Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, happy Pride Month to all of you guys. This is the time that I really wish that I could go out there and celebrate it with my friends. But again, due to coronavirus and pandemic situation, we cannot. But I'm sure once things get back to normal, we will have plenty more reasons to celebrate. Well, today I'm here talking to you guys about my top 5 gay themed Indian films that you should definitely watch during this quarantine. Stay till the end of the video as I have a very important recommendation for all of you guys out there who are looking to learn more about queer lives and queer history in India especially. Before getting into the video, if you're looking for a channel that talks about fashion, drag and queer culture and beauty, then please do subscribe to my channel because it really helps me a lot, and I have some really interesting content coming further, especially during this Pride month. Do give it a subscribe. Well, if you're like me who enjoys watching films based on queer community and gay themes especially, then you definitely have to watch these films that I'm going to recommend to you. They are definitely going to help you learn more about experiences, and if you're part of the community, you will definitely find these films very relatable. And these films have actually done a really good job with the representation of queer people and gay people in the films, which is not something that Bollywood often does. So yeah, let's get into the video on that note. Okay, so the first film that I'm going to talk to you guys about is Aligarh by Hansal Mehta. The movie is available on Airtel Extreme, so do check out the description box for all the links. I'm going to put every link possible down there. So basically, this film is based on real life incidents of a professor named Professor Ramchandra Siras. This movie highlights the incident where the professor's privacy was invaded by a group of local TV members, and they just barged into his room without any permission, and they filmed him while he was having private moments with his male friend, and also shows how he was later suspended by Aligarh University and how he fought back. This is a beautiful film, and I think it's a perfect casting. I really loved Manoj Bajpayee's acting in this, and I think he did 100% justice to Professor Siras's character. And I went through mixed emotions when I saw this film. I was angry because of the way people treated him, and I was really angry at the fact that people just invaded his privacy and invaded his private moments, and not just they attacked him on a personal level as well. So that was really frustrating because that's something that most queer people go through and find it relatable. I was really happy to see how community come together and show immense support to Professor Siras, and how it helped him achieve success. Overall, I think this is one of the best films with a really sad ending, I would say. I would not want to spoil this movie to you guys, but you should definitely watch it. Okay, so the next film that I'm going to talk to you about is Love. It's L-O-E-D, Love by Sudhanshu Saria. This film is actually a very beautiful film. It's a very subtle, romantic and sensuous film. This film shows the longing, love and a passion between two friends, and one of them being in a relationship already. It kind of reminded me of Brokeback Mountain. The best thing about this movie is that the actor seems really comfortable throughout the movie, and I felt it was just a movie about a love story rather than a movie about sexuality of the lead roles, if that makes sense. And throughout the movie, I felt like it was a very raw and very authentic film. Overall, I think you should definitely watch this film if you are someone who likes to watch romantic films. So the next film that I'm going to talk to you guys about is Car Bodyscapes by Jayan K. Charyan. It's available on Amazon Prime, international one. I wanted to watch this film since so long because of the provocative images that it had in the trailer, which caused quite a stir back then, which delayed its release dates. And to be honest, I think this is one of the most thought-provoking films that I've watched recent times. It actually touched upon some really important subjects and themes. It talks about how society often treats non-heterosexual relationships, censorship of artistic expression, and how it affects an artist, how religious ideologies and values are pushed down upon one generation to another, and how family members often try to correct their kids when one goes against their religion or one tries to prove that certain religious ideologies are not correct. It also highlights the space between generations, because you can definitely see that throughout the film. The impact of moral policing and policing on private and public sexuality. All this through the daily lives of the lead characters. My favorite part was when Sia, one of the lead characters, fights against sexual abuse at work, which was because of menstruation. And my heart broke when I saw Harris, a queer artist whose exhibition was burned down because it portrayed a lot of nude men involved in homosexual acts. I think this movie is a very powerful movie, and it speaks a lot of volumes for the queer artists in India whose work is often looked down upon. So the next movie in the list is Dear Dad by Tanuj Parmar. Dear Dad is one of those subtle movies that leaves you with a lot of emotions and thoughts. This movie highlights a very sad part of the queer community, that is closeted men who marry people from the opposite sex just to fulfill the needs of the society or the expectations of the society. That is exactly what the lead role of the movie, that is Arvind Swamy, who plays the character of Nitin, does. However, Nitin does something that most closeted gay men would not do, that is coming out to his family. So in this film, you can see him coming out to his father as well as his son. His father did not react because he cannot talk in the film because of his health conditions, but however, his son reacted to him in a very nightmarish way. I would say initially he would not accept what his father is as, and that is actually a very expected reaction from people who do not have enough knowledge about the queer community especially. Eventually his son comes to good terms with his father's sexuality, and the film comes to a happy ending, which is something that I absolutely love. I'm all about happy endings, so I absolutely love that part. And the film is on Netflix, and you should definitely watch it because it gives you a perspective about how closeted men who marry go through and what are the emotions that they go through. So the next film in the list is My Brother Nikhil by Honor. It's available on Netflix and Amazon Prime. I really love this film because this film actually talks about a really important element of queer community, that is HIV, and how people considered HIV as a gay virus and how people dealt with it back then. This movie actually claims that it's not based on any real life incidents or real life people. Real people. But Wikipedia says that this movie is actually based on the life of Dominic D'Souza, who is an AIDS activist who happens to be Goa's patient zero of HIV virus. So this film is set in Goa in between the years 1986 to 1994. It was back then when AIDS awareness was really low in India. This movie's lead, Sanjay Suri, who plays the character of Nikhil Kapoor, was treated much like a celebrity as he was a swimming champion in Goa at that time. Once people found out that he was HIV positive, most people abandoned him, even his friends and family, except for 3 people. That is his sister, who is played by Juhi Chawla, and sister's boyfriend, who is played by Gautam Kapoor, and his boyfriend Nigel, who is played by Purab Kohli. Is one of the most handsome actors. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so basically once they put Nikhil in quarantine in a tuberculosis isolation ward, abandoned one that too. The movie shows how his sister and her boyfriend and his boyfriend helped him throughout, how he fought against home arrest and how he found his freedom and how he rediscovered himself throughout the film. The really inspiring part of the film was when he rediscovers himself and goes out to help other people like him. So he starts an organization called People's Positive. This is where I felt like this was really related to Dominic, because Dominic also started an organization in his life later on called Positive People, which still runs today. This is one of the must-watch films that talks about real-life struggles of older generation queer people, because those are the people who fought for the rights that we enjoy right now and we take granted for. So yeah, you should definitely watch this film. Here are some of my honorable mentions. I really feel like a film critique right now, which I'm not, because I'm just letting you guys know my honest opinions and my favorite films that I have really enjoyed watching. So my first honorable mention is Shubh Mangal Zyada Savdhan by Hitesh Kevalia, starring Ayushmann Khurrana as Karthik and Jitendra Kumar as Manchipati. Okay, this one is actually a fun movie. This is typical Bollywood film, which is filled with lots of drama and a lot of fun. And I do love Bollywood films. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely something that I enjoyed throughout. The things that I like about this movie is that it's a mainstream Bollywood movie. Okay, and it's a mainstream Bollywood movie that's talking about gay marriages, and I think that's a really important discussion right there. And it has some famous actors in it, so that again is a very good point. There was one thing that I really felt bad about this movie, which I'll talk to you guys about in a little bit. So the next thing that I liked about this movie is that they did not really try to make a joke out of these characters, because as you know, because that's something that Bollywood usually does, which we've seen often. So the one thing that I did not like about this film, it's just my opinion, is that nothing against anyone, is that I believe the lead characters trying to act gay. So this whole acting gay was the thing that actually put me off, because I did not really enjoy the way they were trying to portray gay characters. It felt a little visible and it felt a little pushed. Besides that, I think it's a really good movie, and I think this movie is a really important one because it makes people talk, which is really important. And the last film that I want to talk to you guys about is Breaking Free. It's available on Netflix, and this is absolutely an important film that most younger generation queer members have to watch, because this is a documentary that talks about how the queer rights movement happened in India. This film shows some of the most important people who fought for the queer rights in India, like some important lawyers, activists, NGOs, and it also talks about how NAS Foundation and many other active LGBT members fought against the Section 377, and they helped it decriminalize it initially in 2009. This film made me very emotional and proud at the same time. Emotional because it helped me learn a lot about the sufferings of my previous generation people. It made me think about the hate crimes that happened against trans women, which is something that is relevant even today. This documentary helped me understand the importance of voice. I saw this film when I was filming addressing the homophobia video, and that time I was having a lot of questions about making that video. And then once I watched this film, I really felt like I should make that video, because it talked about the importance of the younger generation going out there and talking about their experiences, and how important it is to let your voice be heard, and how that will shatter a lot of fear, and that will give us a lot of visibility basically. And I really like the part where the whole community comes together to fight the hate crimes. Throughout the documentary, we've seen every time when a trans person was attacked, how the community came forward and helped them win justice. So yeah, this helped me understand the importance of community. That's a really important film, I think, and I think this is a must-watch film for every queer person out there. So that's it for today. I hope to see you guys soon in my next video. Until then, keep slaying. Bye. Also, wait a second. Let's talk about this look that I'm serving. Isn't it fun? I am giving you Donna Summers meet Farrah Fawcett with his hair. This outfit is actually a favorite of mine, and also a least favorite of mine, because the way it's constructed. I made this shirt in 2 hours, and this was actually test fit, I would say. I wanted to know how I could make turtlenecks back then when I was learning. I mean, I'm still learning, but this was back then when I started making clothes for myself. Well, anyways, I hope you guys like this look. If you do, then please do let me know what do you think about it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.